Richard Hubbard for Queensberry Promotions here in Islington, and delighted to be joined by the Battersea banger, Denzel Bentley. How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks. How you doing?
All good. Now, you're on the card, 02 April 11. Any idea what we can expect from you on the night, opponent-wise?
Opponent-wise, no, I don't have a clue myself. But when it does get announced, I'm sure everyone would know, and I'll let you know what I do to them.
I've got a sneaking suspicion, but British opponents who you probably should be fighting, the Southern Area champion, the English champion, I don't think they're going to come anywhere near you. So the chances are you're probably going to have to look beyond that and internationally. Would you probably go along with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that. As long as I get my hands on something, I'm happy with that. So whatever comes, I'm ready for. Like, you know me, Rich, I'm in the gym all the time. You know my team's up for anything as well. Something gets called, we talk about it. Yeah, 9 times out of 10 they'll be on it, so would I. So whatever comes, literally, we'll take it, man. And that's not in a desperate way. That's just on. I'm a fighter. That's what I do. So my job is to fight, so that's exactly what I'm going to do.
It's probably safe to say, but your marquee fight so far was against a 10-1 opponent in Kelsey Ball last year. I think it was at the Albert Hall. I mean, you obliterated that in something like 72 or 82 seconds. That's what you've got to build on now, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why the fight after that I wanted it to be as important as that, if that makes sense, as meaningful as that fight. But obviously we couldn't get an opponent for that, or the right opponent, I should say. I think a lot of people turned things down. Maybe they felt like they didn't have enough time to prepare, or there wasn't much on the line for them. Let's say high risk, low reward kind of thing. So they didn't take that. So we had to get someone else in, just because I wanted to box anyway. So we got someone else, and I dealt with that person. So hopefully now, where we've got a long time, beginning of the year, they're working on stuff behind the scenes to get ready. But my job is to stay in the gym and be ready to fight, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. My manager, as you know, does the job very well. Promoters do their job very well. So once they get into talking, they'll figure something out, and I'm sure I'll be happy by the end of it.
You probably make it harder for them by being so destructive in what you do, and the fact that you're on a BT platform, everyone's seeing it, and I suppose people look at it and think, I'll give him a swerve.
I don't even mean to. I think it's all by accident. I'm just letting my hands go and it lands and it go over. But nah, you know me already. Like, you see me in the gym training, I'm all about my boxing. So that's what I try to perfect. I don't really look to spot people out, even though I have got a big knockout ratio. But literally, man, it's a risk you have to take, because, like you said, me being so destructive. Imagine beating me. That shoots up their career. And I haven't done anything myself, but just because of like the way my name's going around and people talk about me as, like you say, the Battersea banger, and I hit hard, a big puncher and stuff. They beat me. I'm sure their career shoots up a little bit. So it's a risk worth taking, but I guess people are built differently. So.
Well, the gauntlet's been thrown down there, but I'm going to very disrespectfully move away from you and ask you, how's Daniel looking in the gym?
Good, looking really good. He's looking good. Like, after I spar, I go into the next room just to look at him. He's looking good. He's ready. He's up for it. He's focusing on what he's doing. He hasn't really missed a day in the gym. Really, he's just in the gym. He's been in there and he's cracking on with it, man. He's looking good.
You've been there with him since day one at the Peacock. Have you sort of witnessed the development of the man in terms of his maturity and his overall stature? I mean, he seems to take things much more in his stride now. If you'd have chucked him in front of a media day 2 years ago, he probably would have come across like a nervous kitten. But now he seems to, thrive in it almost.
Yeah, I think it's growing on him. I think at first he wasn't used to it. Like, you can tell he hasn't really been like around all of that kind of exposure, too much exposure. So at first he's going to be a bit like, oh, what's going on? I'm not really comfortable doing that. But as it's come on, he's coming out his shell a bit. He's more comfortable with it. He's more confident in himself as well. I think he realizes he's getting better, and he realizes he's speaking better. So he doesn't find it hard to speak to the media. He's used to it now, and which is a good thing as well, because now he's speaking for himself. He's coming out a bit, and you can get a bit more out of him. Kind of feel his personality, what he's like. But I think he just didn't really like trust the media and stuff like that. But now he's where he is. He feels more comfortable to speak out, and that's not no one forcing him to kind of speak out and saying you need to speak to the media. That's just himself just growing into it, exactly. So it's good, man. It's good for him, man. And with his boxing style as well, at first he knew he could punch, so he was trying to knock everyone out. Now you see him get behind his jab a lot more, probably obviously due to Martin, just kind of slowing him down, coaching him and stuff. And the other trainers on the team that help him as well. But he gets behind his jab a lot more. before he throws the right hand, his feet's gotten a lot better. His feet's very good feet. The way he cuts the ring, just a load of things, man. Just a load of things that he's grown into as he's grown up in the sport as well.
Have you noticed anything different in him with this fight due to the magnitude of it?
Nah, not really. Not really. Nah, he's still the same. When he wants to crack on, he'll crack on, say 1-2 words and go back to what he's doing. Like, his attitude's all the same, but I'm guessing his concentration levels in sparring and stuff have gone up a lot more. So that's probably the only thing.
Just one more question, which I've totally lost my thread there. I suppose it's not really worth asking you for a prediction on that fight. You know who you think's going to win all along, don't you?
Yeah, literally, and that's not even a bias thing. I think it's just because I've seen more of Dan. I can judge basically like what I feel like he's better at compared to Joyce. I'm not in the gym with Joyce, so I don't know what he does in the gym behind closed doors. But I just, what I've seen from Dan, I'm not even leaning towards him. That's making me just outright say he wins by stoppage. Just being honest.
And finally, another fellow who's from your gym, but a different time of day, Anthony Yard, fighting Lyndon Arthur. What do you make of that one?
That's a good fight. When I saw that fight, I got excited. I sent it to all my group chats. I'm like, yo, listen, this fight's crazy. But yeah, it's a good fight. It helps. It makes the card. But that's a standalone fight. Like that can have its own card. But I guess like it helps with the pay-per-view kind of part of it. It's a great fight, good domestic fight. 2 light heavyweights that are up for it. Both can punch, both can box. So we're in for a treat with that fight. We're in for a very good treat with that fight.
Who wins?
Who wins? I got to go with my stablemate, innit? I've got to go back in the yard. But listen, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. Lyndon Arthur's a good fighter. Like, I've watched him a few times. It's a very, very good fighter. But you got to ask me to pick a side. I'm picking home.
Don't blame you. Denzel, thank you very much, sir.
Nice one. Thank you.